A failed student who changed his life with one decision. Ethan never imagined that silence could be so loud. It was 2:17 a.m. The city outside his small apartment was asleep, but his mind refused to rest. The phone lay face down on the table. He already knew what it said. Still, his hands trembled as he picked it up. Academic status failed. That one word felt heavier than any sentence. Failed. At 21 years old, Ethan had officially become everything he feared. A disappointment, a burden, a broken dream. He leaned back against the wall and closed his eyes. Memories flooded in. His mother standing at the airport years ago, trying to smile while hiding her tears. Her hands rough from years of cleaning offices. Her voice shaking as she said, "Study hard, this is your chance." She had sold her jewelry, borrowed money, worked extra shifts, all for him. And now, this. Ethan slid down to the floor, his back against the cold wall. He covered his mouth so the neighbors wouldn't hear him cry. This wasn't the first failure, but this one felt final. The weight of expectations. Back home, people thought Ethan was living the dream. Studying abroad, a future full of opportunities, a success story in the making. But no one saw the nights he skipped meals, the loneliness, the pressure of being the hope of the family. At university, everyone seemed smarter, faster, more confident. Ethan attended classes but felt invisible. He understood lectures, but never enough. Assignments piled up, deadlines passed. Every small failure made the next step harder. So he did what many broken people do. He escaped, scrolling endlessly, late-night videos, games to forget the world. Temporary comfort, permanent damage. The call he avoided. That night his phone buzzed again. Mom calling? Ethan stared at the screen. He imagined her voice, soft, hopeful. "Did you get your results?" His throat tightened. He couldn't answer. He let the call ring until it stopped. A message followed. "Beta, call me when you're free." Free. He laughed bitterly. Free from what? Fear? Shame? He threw the phone onto the bed and buried his face in his hands. For the first time, a dark thought crossed his mind. Maybe I wasn't meant for this life. The final warning. 2 days later, an official email arrived. Final academic warning. One more failure will result in expulsion. Expulsion meant everything collapsing. Visa canceled. Dreams shattered. Family humiliated. Ethan skipped classes that day. Instead, he walked. Through streets filled with strangers. Through parks where people laughed, unaware. He stopped near a quiet river. The water moved forward without hesitation. No fear, no doubt, just movement. Ethan sat on a bench for hours. Cold air burned his skin. And for the first time, he stopped blaming the world. He whispered to himself, "I did this." That sentence hurt more than any failure. But it was honest. The one decision. As night fell, Ethan returned home. The room looked the same. Messy bed, dirty dishes, unfinished books. But something inside him had shifted. He opened his phone, paused, then slowly deleted one app, then another, then all of them. No drama, no motivation speech, just a quiet decision. I will not escape anymore. He opened a notebook and wrote one sentence. I will show up, even when I don't feel like it. That was it. No big goals, no perfect plan, just showing up. The hardest days. The first week was torture. Waking up at 5 a.m. felt impossible. His body resisted. His mind screamed. He failed at first. Overslept. Missed sessions. But instead of quitting, he adjusted. 6 a.m., then 5:30. Small wins. He studied in silence. No music, no phone, just him and his weakness. There were days when nothing made sense. Days when words blurred on pages. He cried in the library bathroom once, quietly. But he came back. Again. And again. Loneliness and doubt. Weekends were the hardest. Other students partied, laughed, lived. Ethan stayed in. Sometimes the loneliness felt unbearable. He would stare at his phone, wanting to reinstall everything. Just for one night. But then he remembered the river. He remembered being at the bottom. And he asked himself, do I want comfort? Or do I want respect? He chose pain. The first sign of change. 3 months passed. One morning, Ethan received his test results. He hesitated before opening them. Then he did. Passed. Just passed. Not impressive. Not perfect, but real. His hands shook. He smiled, then broke down. Not because of the grade, but because, for the first time in years, his effort matched his outcome. He called his mother. When she answered, he couldn't speak. Beta? She asked worriedly. I passed, he whispered. Her silence lasted 2 seconds. Then she cried. Becoming someone new. Ethan didn't become a genius overnight, but he became reliable, consistent, disciplined. Failures still came, but they no longer destroyed him. He learned how to sit with discomfort, how to study tired, how to keep promises to himself. Years later, on graduation day, Ethan stood in a black gown. He scanned the crowd. There she was, his mother. Older, tired, but smiling like the world belonged to her. As he walked across the stage, he realized something powerful. He wasn't proud because he graduated. He was proud because he didn't run. Final message to the listener. If you're listening to this right now, feeling lost, behind, ashamed, hear this carefully. You don't need motivation. You don't need talent. You need one honest decision. To stop running, to show up, to endure, because the person you're meant to become is waiting on the other side of discomfort. And trust me, they are worth the pain,